Hey y'all, I'm back, and today is going to be a very, very deep spiritual video, okay? And child, where do I even start? Okay, I'll tell you what inspired this video. What inspired this video is the fact that, I decided to give someone a second chance, right? To just to vibe out, conversate, and see if we could repair what happened the first time we hung out. But my intuition, before I went out, my intuition had already told me not to go. But it's okay, y'all. As you continue to listen to your intuition and follow your intuition, you will get stronger and better, right? So, with that being said, by me just going out, right, to meet up with said person, it went totally left. And this is my face mask, y'all. I did some skincare, so that's what that is. I'm not a slob. So, I went out there and went totally left. I ended up just walking the fuck away, leaving this person sitting on the bench, and got home, immediately blocked him on everything. And I feel good about my decision, right? So everything always happens for a reason in your life, and it's good for you to trust that, right? Because initially I was beating myself up like, damn, I should have just listened to my intuition, and I would have never even got in that situation in the first place, right? I would have just said, no, I'm cool, like I don't want to hang out, and, continue to just chill in my crib by my lonesome. What I was doing, I was actually just chilling, relaxing before he had hit me up. And, but if that didn't happen, I'm gonna say all this, but then we gonna get into it, right? If I didn't go out and not listen to my intuition and get into it with this guy, I would have not been inspired to come to you guys and share these gems with y'all, and inspire y'all, and teach y'all a thing or two, things that I just learned. So yeah, that was that, right? Everything happens for a reason at the end of the day, right? Okay, so what I learned during the encounter with said person, which I knew that he was spiritually hurting, right? I knew that he was spiritually sick, because when we had that first conversation the first time, he was telling me things like, and you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about. He was telling me things like, his mother had passed when he was young, and he doesn't have a great relationship with his father, and the situation with his son, and I noticed things about him that was red flags for me, because I don't want my future partner to be an alcoholic, right? That was one of the red flags that I noticed about him. He drinks a lot. I also noticed that he smoked cigarettes. I also do not want the love of my life to smoke cigarettes. And then remember the whole date situation, where I had to come out of pocket on the date because he didn't have enough money when we had went to the second spot for drinks. So what did I learn tonight, ladies and gentlemen? I learned that we all need to foster our third eye, right? You have to continue to work on your third eye so you can see past the illusion. You want to see past the mask. You want to see past what someone is showing you, like me, like I'm just showing up how I am, right? But you want to see past that, you want to actually see my energy. You want to actually see my aura. You want to actually see my heart, you want to actually see my soul, right? And by doing that, you are going to start seeing you are going to be seeing people's spirits that they have attached to them, okay? So what this person has on him, he has the spirit of alcoholism. He has the spirit of smoking cigarettes. And he also has the spirit of being unsure in his sexuality. And if it's not that, it's the fact that he was just raised by a feminine energy and he picked up on her mannerisms, right? Because when I first met him, I just noticed the mannerisms. The mannerisms were very feminine. So initially, I was not going to give him my Instagram because I seen his mannerisms. But I do like to give everyone a fair chance. Because we know nothing is guaranteed. You know, just because you go on a date with someone or you have a conversation with someone, it does not mean that you have to be with this person. No. You go out, you see what the vibe is, and if it's not for you, you keep it pushing. You know, so that's what I do. So, but tonight, you know, it's like, regardless of what I seen the first time I seen him or the first date, tonight it was very clear, right? It was very clear of all the type of spirits that he has on him. And I'm just gonna even go even further. I was like, you know, I wasn't really gonna come out to talk to you tonight, you know, because of what happened when we was on a date. And he's like, well, what happened? He's like, over $5. I'm like, you don't get it. It's not about the money. I said, I was actually thinking about taking you for drinks tonight, paying for everything, just to show you how it's supposed to go. But I'm not doing it. He's like, and I have yet to see that. I said, yeah, because I'm not doing it. You know, I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like the energy and the vibes that you're giving me. And just like us sitting right here on this bench, like, you said we was going for a walk. How did a walk turn into us sitting on the fucking bench? So he's like, come on, let's go take a walk. I'm like, no. Then he pulls out a cigarette. He's like, so he's smoking right there in front of me. I'm like, that fucking cigarette stinks. So I go sit on the other bench. Then he's drinking. So clearly he's very inebriated, okay? And, oh boy, I was just completely turned off. I was, just like the first date. And, but we just kept talking and talking. And y'all, it just got worse and worse. Like, I had gave him a plate of food. Like, I think this was last week or 2 weeks ago when we had first met. It was only the first few days of us meeting. And I just so happened to be cooking pasta, you know, for me and my daughter that night. So me just being a nice person, I'm like, oh, let me see if he wants to eat. You know, if he would like a plate, you know, no, nothing, just for free, just off good intentions, you know. Like, that's the shit that I do. I when I'm walking out in the street, I give money to the homeless. You know, I hold doors open for people. You know, I'm just spreading good fucking energy on the earth. You know, it's natural for me. So, you know, I'm not one of those type of people that do something to get something. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe y'all probably know some people like this where they probably feed someone to try to get in good with that person. No, I don't do stuff like that. I just felt it on my spirit to see if he was hungry, and I had enough food. You know, me and my daughter had already ate. I had enough food. I said, let me see if he want to eat. I'll pack him up a plate. He ended up wanting the food. I gave it to him. So when we was out tonight having a conversation, he was like, he's like, and I see you've been cooking it up. I'm like, yeah, like I cook almost every day, you know. He's like, that stuff be looking good. You ain't hit me up to get a plate. I said, yeah, that was just one time, you know. I was being nice. He's like, you was being nice. Noodles and meat. I'm like, noodles and meat? Yes, pasta. I'm like, what? You didn't like it? You don't like pasta? He's like, I'm just saying, like, it was just noodles and meat. I'm like, you know there's people out on the fucking street that's starving and don't have shit. But I gave you a nice hearty meal from my motherfucking heart, and you just talking about it's just noodles and meat. So I'm like, I'm just trying to I'm really just trying to stay balanced and centered and just keep my spirits high while dealing with this man, because we know that he is spiritually sick, right? So I'm like, look, I only came out because I want to know, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me? You know, I already told you that, you know, I don't like the fact that you drink too much. I don't like the fact that you smoke cigarettes. I don't like the fact that you asked me to pay for the date when we went on our first date. You know, so what do you, why did you hit me up? To just come sit here on the bench? And he's like, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to fuck. I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen. You know, you go fuck the bitch you was just with for the last 3 days. He's like, no. He's like, no, I actually, I didn't fuck her. I don't want to fuck her. You know, I'm trying to see what's up with you. I'm like, sweetheart, I'm looking for the love of my life. I'm not just looking for somebody to fuck. Okay? So he's like, you looking all good? Like, you know, I can see you coming from a mile away. Like, you know, God really take care of you. I'm like, yes, I'm God's child. Like, God loves the fuck out of me. You know, and God knows that I'm looking for the love of my life, you know? So he's like, well, I'm not the love of your life. Like, I don't want to be with you. I just want to fuck. I'm like, well, you know what? God bless. You know, good luck on your journey. And I walked away. And, you know, before I walked away too, I was telling him, like, are you trying to, like, hurt my feelings or, like, make me feel away? Because you can't make me feel no kind of way. I don't care what you say or how you feel about me or how I move or this or that. You can't, ain't shit a motherfucker can say to me that can hurt my motherfucking feelings. When you think you coming at me, you really coming at your motherfucking self. Because you looks like a motherfucking fool. You trying to he's like, and then he's like, oh, you trying to flip this shit on me, and it's you, look how you talk, da 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 da. If you're intimidated by me and my energy and how I talk and how I move and how I live my life and who I am as a person and a motherfucking soul, then clearly I'm not the one for you. And that's okay. That is okay. There is everyone. There is someone out here for everyone. You need to trust and believe that. So I'm not pressed, you know, but yes, y'all, I did end up getting up, walking the fuck home. I was only like 2 blocks away from my house, so, you know, it wasn't that deep. But I just want you all to really start using your third eye, right? Really start trusting your intuition, okay? Because people don't even know. People are so spiritually sick that they don't even know. They don't even know how sick they are. You know, like I said, he has the spirit of alcoholism. He drinks every day. Okay, that's a spirit. You know, there's a spirit attached to him that loves to get drunk. And he think that that's truly who he is. No, you have a spirit attached to you. That's number one. Number two, you love to smoke these cigarettes. Cigarettes don't do nothing for you. You know, now the weed, you can smoke weed. You know, just keep it on a moderate level. You know what I'm saying? Don't become an addict with that shit. Because that too, you have a spirit on you too. You know, that loves to get high. And, but cigarettes don't do anything for you. They just kill you slowly, you know? They just really break the body down. And the spirit of, you know, he's talking about, I'm just trying to put this up in you. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't speak like, you know. I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen because I'm not looking for that, you know. So and that's a spirit too, you know, always trying to find a hole to insert yourself into. That is a spirit. That is a succubus and incubus spirit. Someone that always needs to find the next hole to stick their things in. You have a spirit on you. So he's dealing with major spiritual sickness, and he needs spiritual healing. And, you know, I could have helped him. You know, I could have helped him, but the spirits that are attached to him have him such in a chokehold, right? That it would really take intense work, right? It would take intense work to help a soul like that, because number one, they don't believe that they have a problem. He doesn't believe he's an alcoholic. He doesn't see nothing wrong with smoking cigarettes. He doesn't see nothing wrong with the fact that he's so adamant and trying to get me in bed. That you have major issues, and you need help, and God really sent me in his life to help him. That's what God really did, but when it comes to being disrespectful and, trying to degrade me and, try to make it seem like I'm the fucking problem when all I did was come outside. You asked me to come out, right? So I said, okay, let me go outside. I done got dressed, put my little wig on, met you outside. We went and sat on the bench. How did all of that turn into this big kaboom, right? The energy was not aligned, and I tried telling him, by me calling out my red flags, that was me like low-key trying to tell him, like, slow down on the drinking, why do you gotta smoke cigarettes, and get to know me as a person, why are you just trying to jump in bed with me? Like, you don't even know me. And he was saying that too. He's like, I don't even know you. Why would I care about this? Exactly. Are you listening to the words that are coming out your mouth? You don't even know me. So why are you trying to just jump into bed with me? And also, you have these spirits attached to you, and the point is this. The point is that we all have issues that we're dealing with, right? Especially in this day and age, right? The world is going through such a healing, cleansing phase. God is cleansing and healing this earth, and cleansing and healing everything and everyone in it. And some people are refusing to heal, and it's fucking tough. I'm not sitting up here like I know it all and my life is perfect. My life is not perfect. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm dealing with shit too. Okay, I'm spiritually healing too. I'm spiritually growing too. Okay. So please do not with that. But what God gave me the eyes to see, the heart to feel, ears to hear. Okay, and I can just see what a person is going through, and they need help. And they need healing. I pray that this video reaches him somehow, because it is not my job to lose myself trying to help someone else. It is only my job to identify what I do see, give you the messages in hopes that some way, somehow, you can find your way out of the storm that you are in. And I also want to make this clear before I let y'all go. This video is not to bash anyone about what they're going through or whatever the situation is, even him. God wants us to heal. God is quite well aware of the things that we have gone through in our lives. They were tests. God wanted us to see the test through. Go through the storm so you can get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But a lot of people have stopped at the storm. I seen 1919 on the timer. Maybe you guys should look that up. Maybe it'll resonate. But yeah, like, the point of us going through stuff, y'all, is not to stop at the storm. It is to grow through it, go through it, learn through it, elevate through it, and become better. That's it. You was never supposed to stop learning and growing. No matter how hard it got, continue to fight. Keep fighting until your victory is won. Oh, he never said it would be easy. He never said it would be easy, y'all. He wants y'all to keep fighting. Release yourselves from the chains, okay? You have chains attached to you, which is why you are stuck in the position where you are today. But you can break free from that shit. You have to believe, and you have to keep fighting. Do not let these demons have a hold of your soul. These are demons. Demons that love to fuck, love to smoke, love to drink, love to lie, steal, cheat. These demons love that shit. It's not really who you are, but these demons, you have these demons on you, man. Fight them motherfuckers off. Please. So I'm gonna go because I gotta get to bed. I need to get some rest. I do love you all, and I really hope this helped. Bye.